feel like that might be way too loud. I don't know. Let me know if your ear got molested in the first part of that particular introduction. It was made by Manel, same person that made the little logo that you see right here, the PigCast logo. Kind of hyped. Welcome to the live stream. We're here. We're queer, I guess. I was asked the other day, I forgot who mentioned it. They're like, whoa, this person thought you were gay. And I said, that's odd. I thought that I would exude the exact opposite of gay, but it turns out no. Someone thought that your boy played for the other team. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I don't. I'm a very hetero man. I gag when I brush my teeth, so I can't even put a toothbrush in my mouth without gagging. So what makes you think I would be a good gay? I'd be a terrible gay. As a matter of fact,
this is the neighborhood, and you are not welcome.
I also moved the computer here because I realized this is a bad angle. This is not my good angle. I might be a little bit gay because much like George Michael, I don't know if you're familiar with the singer, but he had a side that he particularly liked that he showed to the camera. And I feel like the computer being at this angle is a better way so you could see my good angle. Welcome to the podcast. This is the PigCast. We're here. We're doing one, as you could imagine. It's Tuesday evening here in Miami, Florida. And I like to do these every once in a while. As I like to mention, the introduction is this is a magic channel. This is a channel primarily focused on magic tricks and magic related content. However, this is the time for you to go, take a deep breath and see things outside of the sphere of doing your little card tricks. And one of these for your entitled little niece or nephew. Ugh, God, be better if you're doing card tricks at the family function. Stu Batman says some people just need Jesus in their lives. I agree. In reference to the obvious pig fakes that are above in the chat on YouTube. I'm, of course, streaming concurrently on YouTube and Rumble because that's the sort of production value your boy offers. Could you imagine these live streams 3 to 4 years ago? They would fall, the connection would drop. Now look at this. Look at this seamless bit of technology, boys. We're out here. We're doing a production that could be CNN during the pandemic. If you saw what CNN was producing, they were essentially streaming from their fucking laptops with no lav mics. Look at this. I could have call-ins. I could do whatever I want. I could do transitions. This is more professional than CNN during the pandemic. Let's see. Am I not allowed in this neighborhood? Says Steve Brooksy. You're allowed. Everyone's allowed in this neighborhood. It's an equal opportunity hate spear. I hate everyone equally. So you're allowed in the neighborhood. Come in. One and all. Let's see. Manel says jealous. I don't know what I would be jealous of in particular. Maybe, in regards to the song. Why are you not using the music that I sent you? Well, the song fits the intro better because Manel did it for the intro. Yours is kind of popping. I might do it for the next one if I could be fucked to remember. We have an action-packed episode as usual. We're going through a myriad of topics from furries fighting in a beach, which, by the way, sounds like it would stink, to managers that seemingly are disrespectful. I don't understand where people get off these days. Posting videos of themselves looking bad with the intent of them being the hero. It happens all the time, and today we're going to be covering one of those. North Korea seems to be dropping some social media hints. I don't know if they're a legitimate account. Girls at the gym and why you need to stop. Icks, which is the name of the actual podcast itself. Icks, if you're not familiar with this, it's a Gen Z term. It's a term made up by children, essentially, that means, things that you don't like, right? So, ick. Now, that in itself is an ick, but I guess we'll get to that when we cross that bridge. Portland being the worst place next to California in the continental United States, and theft. So I guess that's one. What's going on here? What's going on with my little bit of a focus there? I talked about the professionalness of this stream, and yet it's not. So I think that warrants one of these. When the focus is hunting, my head also looks massive. I just took a shower, as you could tell, and my hair is combed back. It eventually falls into what it's normally, which is just a nightmare. But this is just, I feel too professional. I don't know if I like this. So I guess the first one, I don't know which one to necessarily start off the bat with, if I could smoothly or seamlessly transition. Hene says, did you hear? Here, of course, being spelt incorrectly. Messed up news that the Blind Side movie based on the real event was a scam. I did. Unfortunately, that's not one of the topics. But yes, I heard that this whole thing, this feel good peace movie, was essentially a whole fraudulent scam on behalf of the person that Sandra Bullock was playing. I guess I might talk about that in the next live stream, seeing that it is pertinent. But how can I smoothly transition from that onto... Oh, speaking of bad mothers. Speaking of bad mothers, right here, this is a perfect way to seamlessly transition into the first story here, which is this video. Now, this video was posted by the person that you see in the video, right? That's the thing that annoys me. Whenever you see someone that posts something online thinking that they're the ones that are in the right, and you see the comments, you see everybody else, all the feedback, essentially reinforce the notion that there is some semblance of logic left in this godforsaken fucking world. And here is a perfect example of that. This is the account from the lady. So I don't know why my computer's freezing. Again, seems that I've jinxed myself talking about other professionalism here. But let's see if I could smoothly transition. Look at that. Smoothly transitioned right here into this particular page. This is her account, I believe. This is her account. Y'all be clocking in and don't be at work, but I'm y'all, so it's good. I figure I might be wrong about that particular point, but I last time I checked, I do think this was her account. So let me go through here and show you the video without context yet. Let's go through this. Right off the bat, you already know there's an air of bitchiness.
I'm on lunch break.
Your lunch break ended 2 minutes ago. Can I sit
Wow, 2 minutes. I came in here 2 minutes late.
right,
I really don't want you to sit here, but since you sit down, go ahead.
Okay. Well,
Sorry, let me see if I could find captions. That's not being any sort of, let's see, transcript, maybe. I hope that there's a transcript. It doesn't seem to have captions here.
I'm on lunch break.
Your lunch break ended 2 minutes ago. Can I sit
Wow, 2 minutes. I came in here 2 minutes late.
right,
I really don't want you to sit here, but since you sit down, go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's a quick conversation, something informal. I don't need anything, crazy out of here. So I just wanted to let you know, how do you clock in? Do you clock in on your computer, on your phone, or do you clock in when you get to the station in the morning?
What the policy say on the computer, so what's the problem?
Okay, so I'm asking you, where do you clock in?
If the policy say computer, I'm going to tell you computer.
You're going to tell me computer, or are you going to tell me where you actually clock in? Because the last... Let me pull it up on this thing. So the last 10 clock-ins show that you're clocking on your phone.
How many?
10.
Okay.
So the last 10 clock-ins, the punch-ins, they've been showing that they've been through the phone app.
I hate to be playing this, but it says, Pigman, this is supposedly a skit. Now, if I have been gotten, I really hope that I haven't, because there is some sort of ire and anger that I felt watching this particular video. And now if I've been told it is a skit, well, I think that adds to the anger. I mean, I didn't see anything in regards to that. The way you try to gaslight her, manager seems reasonable. Let's see if we could open up a new tab here and confirm that particular tale. Let's see, and you didn't answer. I mean, this seems to be her account, so I was accurate in that front. Although I do see videos in the same style, recorded in front of the same thing.
Dang.
There's definitely a skit. I was wrong. So that goes to show you a very valuable lesson whenever looking at stuff online, and that is to actually do your due diligence. So that particular tale, that was a skit, that was a farce. It wasn't a real tale, although it is something that is a true pressing issue when it comes to social media use, which is the person that typically posts thinking that somehow they're in the right. However, in this case, I was in the wrong. So I gladly admit I take an L here. That was a skit. It was a farce. It wasn't a real case, and I apologize for it because I want to only give you the truth. And whenever I see something like that, although let me see if there is some saving grace here. It's 12. I don't see. Okay, I didn't see a she/her, so at least there's some hope there. And I guess we could swiftly move along with a very valuable lesson learned here. My fucking goodness. Thank you for that, Frank Drebin. You saved me from more potential embarrassment, which is good because there wasn't captions on that. So it's not like I could actually make out the majority of the things she was saying. But the point of the skit, now that we found out, was that this manager was very reasonable and the person was being unreasonable in terms of their clocking in. So I thought it was a real account, and well, good start to the podcast. Let me just give myself one of these. Let me just give one of these. Okay, to the point where it stops working. Let me also give myself one of these. You know, we're living in a society. And this one. Be better. Honestly, I deserve all of them. I deserve all of them for being so incorrect with my assessment that was true. I should have figured, because why would you set your phone up there? Although when I got fired, my big regret is that I didn't have a camera. So I didn't have a camera like this when I got fired from my original gig as a teacher. That was a fun time. And the truth of the matter is that it wasn't something negative I did. It was something they were covering up. So I've told the story many times. But my big regret in that particular time period in my life was that I didn't just have like a GoPro. I didn't have like, let's imagine a stack of fake money, by the way. You can make it real money if you buy my lecture notes, which are linked below, or if you join the PigCake Magic Academy. That's how you could turn this real. But let's pretend this is a GoPro. I should have just done one of these and gone, yeah. So what are you going to show me right now? You're showing me the bank account of the school. Great. I don't know why you're showing me that, considering we shouldn't have an issue with that. Right, let me see if I could record you on your phone, scrolling through TikTok and Instagram. All right, that's great. Sorry, you were saying something? I should have done that, but I didn't. I was too busy trying to battle three old idiots at the same time with a battle of wits and logic, and that unfortunately failed because I ended up getting fired regardless. So I guess I might tell the story in its entirety at some point, seeing that now the entire school has dissipated. What can we get into that's not going to be as embarrassing for me as that first story, which ended up being fake? Because another one here could potentially be fake. Another one here. As a matter of fact, let's transition to that one, because this one could be fake as well. So this is from a gym. Now, I do initially have some doubts when it comes to this one, just based on the fact that everything seems too clinical. And she says something at some point that makes me think this is a skit. However, this is a real thing. This is a real thing that tends to happen in gyms. Joey Swole is my favorite Instagram / TikTok / social media account, where he goes in and talks about these particular things while being overly positive. However, I'm telling you right now, I could potentially be wrong here. I'm erring on the side of caution. The other one I thought was completely a true scenario, and I took an L on this. But this one, I'm saying there's an air of doubt. So don't bitch at me. But let's take a look at it. Now, the accents right off the bat are putting me off of this. It makes me not care as much as I should, just based on the accent. I've mentioned before, me not caring about a foreign accent, it almost got me killed in a bar in England, but alas. See, that's the line. That's the line right there that makes me think that this is a skit and a fabrication. Excuse me, you need to literally follow me on Instagram. That right there lets me know that this is potentially a fake scenario. But based on a real scenario. Based on a real scenario that I've seen personally. Now, I'm a fan of working out. All right, I'm a huge fan. I like to exercise on a daily basis. However, I work out at home. I have the kettlebells, I have the weights, I have a bar, I have a dumbbell, I have some cables that I like to exercise with. I hate the gym. However, I've gone to the gym a number of times with friends. I don't think I've ever been with my brother, which is funny to think about. But I've been with friends, and there's always now this sort of weird air between the people that go to the gym to work out and the people that go to the gym to film content. They go to the gym to film content. So you see them prop up their phones on different pieces of equipment that they're not using, and you see them sigh aggressively when somebody decides to use that because now they have to change camera angle. So you see this done. I've seen it done myself, and people have actually come to using tripods at the gym where they'll bring in their whole the rig. They'll have a light. They'll put their camera there. They'll set up their little microphone, the same microphone that I have. And they're there. And, some of it could be beneficial to, I guess, somebody looking up different exercises in maybe something like TikTok or YouTube. But for the most part, it's done for Instagram to show off your butthole, essentially. And you see this done way too many times. So while this might be a fake one, I'm not sure yet, it's still something that happens. You need to literally follow me. And of course, it just delves into that further, which again makes me think that this is Instagram or some sort of skit. Sorry, not Instagram, but a skit for social media. And let's see her, by the way. I don't know if you see her face. The back is not necessarily tremendous. I wouldn't complain per se, but, there's a lot of help from those pants. Those pants are very deceptive. Lululemons and all these leggings that women tend to wear these days, they're very deceptive, and they're very fooling. Because some of them, first of all, that, they ain't washing them on a daily basis. So that some of them smell like a fish market. But, enough of them wear it where, especially combined with other things that I've seen, these waist cinchers, it really makes you look like you have a body that you don't. And when it all comes down, everything comes tumbling out and you really get to see what it is, which usually isn't that bad. So I don't understand why they have the necessity to compress all these things. Let's see the comments here that I've skipped. I apologize for that. Again, I don't want to skip any comments because then people accuse me of having all the fame of this get to my head. Oh boy. We have Jacob saying, "Yo, Piggy, have you heard of Casey's cards?" Casey, I believe on Instagram. I just saw them. I think I reposted them, as a matter of fact. Portland's not perfect, but it's not that bad. Weird to hear people living in bumfuck steaks complain about a place they've never been. True, but I think by that same logic, then you can't provide commentary on things that you haven't done, which I'm all on that particular side. Like if, for example, a lot of things I see about professional wrestling are commentated by people that are the most unathletic people in the planet. They're just there sitting in their fucking, I don't know, their wife's garage, their wife's boyfriend's garage, and they're there typing away on their keyboard about things, about men and women that are infinitely stronger and more athletic than they'll ever be, and they're trying to live vicariously through these guys. So I get that, right? But you could also criticize things that are objectively criticizable. In this case, as the video that I'm going to show you from Portland, I think anybody could look at that and not consider that to be the best thing. What else here? Magic Buzz says that's how the devil gets to you, with hate. That is true. That is true. I agree. I try to, especially after my last incident at the ER, where, again, I thought that I was having some sort of cardiac episode. I'm trying to calm down. I haven't had caffeine in the past couple weeks, which I should probably have caffeine, but I haven't, just to try to quell any sort of anxiousness that I have from it. I haven't done my zins. I haven't partaken in anything that would excite me. I've been trying to calm down. I've been taking calming teas as of late. So, a lot of things. Your boy's making moves to not necessarily give myself any sort of early onset cardiac episode. Capitalism shows the superior places to live. And if the call is low, there's definitely downsides. COL is low. Pardon my ignorance, but I'm not familiar with that particular term. If that's some sort of economy term or economic term that I should be familiar with, then please let me know. And feel free to blast me in the ass for not knowing what that is. Unless maybe it's a certain acronym that I'm not familiar with, but I'm familiar with the concept. Gutbuster Mike says lecture notes were good and entertaining. Well, guess what? Because I'm shilling them, you get the... I'm retarded. I'm pressing the wrong fucking keyboard. You get the pin of glory, Gutbuster Mike. You get the pin of glory because I'm trying to shill I'm trying to shill my shit. So anything that helps me shill is definitely going to be worthy of glory, my friend. So we could all bask in the glory of Gutbuster Mike and his fantastic comment. Steve Brooksy says, cost of living. Okay. All right. There you go. Yeah, I should know that. I should know cost of living. That makes sense. I'll give myself one of these. As a matter of fact. Piggy's got a cut back, a relax, and smoke a couple. Well, the ones that I've been smoking are these CBD ones, but they do have some effect, but it also might be psychosomatic. It might not be a real thing, but they taste good. There's one that I smoked that smells like pineapples, and that one is A-OK. Smells like actual pineapples. Not when people say, oh, smell this pot. Doesn't it smell like Christmas and fruit? No, it smells like weed. It smells like Eureka. That's what it smells like. I missed the Johnny Galecki hair. That would definitely be a pin of shame worthy if I didn't want to replace the pin of glory that we're looking at now. Did I close the internet? I hope not. Okay, thank God, because that's an incognito and I'd have to relook all of the topics. But that would have definitely given you a little pin of shame, Jason, if it wasn't for the tremendous pin of glory that we just got. Not to be too virgin-y, but the Jerks recently roasted Craig Petty for the 4-hour tutorials. I guess. I mean, the Jerks is great. Don't get me wrong. I'm a fan of Petty, even though a lot of people aren't. I'm a huge fan. And Petty just put me on the top list of his favorite YouTube magic channels. So I can't really talk bad about Craig Petty. However, the Jerks is like, I think, in bed with Vanishing Ink from the last I heard. I forgot what his real name was. I don't want to out him, but I know that it's someone in bed with them, which is kind of odd. I could be incorrect about that, but that's everything that I hear about Andy from the Jerks, which is why there tends to be a little bit of an air of a side of caution when it comes to Vanishing Ink and that. But that's just from various sources that I've called as far as the Jerks. But I think as far as what I've seen, it's throwing stones from a glass house. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Jerks. I read it from time to time. I like to read it because the other magic blogs tend to be too up their own butts. Like, they tend to be too legit. It's like the Jerks leans back and he kind of pokes fun at magic, which is what I enjoy. What's the difference between John Galecki and Piggy? About 2 inches. Oh, you're really trying, Jason. You're really trying. John Galecki from the worst show. I'm trying to think of what I would rather watch. Again, I think I've made this joke before. Please stop me if I have. But in Clockwork Orange, where they keep refreshing his eyes with drops, I think I'd rather watch a compilation of abortions than watch Big Bang Theory. That's not an exaggeration. That's not hyperbole. Not hyperbole. It's not a joke. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I would rather watch a compilation of fetuses being born before their time rather than watch Big Bang Theory. It's not funny. It's scientifically unfunny. It's not a real show. It's made for geeks and losers with pipe arms, and I don't care. It's a shit show. It's never been funny. I've probably seen maybe a couple episodes in my lifetime, as much as it pains me to admit, and I'm sitting there watching it as if somebody's grabbed my mother and just got a knife and cut her throat. That's how I'm watching it. I'm watching it with that face, like somebody just murdered a family member in front of me. It's not funny. Who is it that watches this show and goes, oh my God, oh, whoa, wow, that's so funny, oh my God, bazinga. Oh, bazinga! Whoa. Well, now, never mind. I think I answered my own question. I answered my own question with that as to who watches that show. The mousy blonde could get it? Yeah, but that's not really saying much. She's like the type of girl that you see at the end of the bar. She's the skinniest one that's there at 3 o'clock in the morning and last call. So, not really great, but I wouldn't necessarily bitch and moan about it. In bed with Vanishing Ink, I would change my sexuality for Joshua. I think I've mentioned it before. Joshua J doesn't like me. I don't have that confirmed, but I think they don't like me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I make jokes about race. But I think that they don't like me. I've been to his lecture. I don't know if he knew who I was, but I know that they have to, right? They definitely have to know about the Piggy. But they were the only major magic company that didn't come up to me and go, hey, Piggy, I really love your work. I really like what you're doing, man. Every other major Magic company was like, dude, you're so fucking great. And again, just adding to my ego. Let's see. Let me scroll through here. I already read that one about John Galecki. Xavier says, hey, Piggy, what do you think about the invisible deck versus brainwave deck? I'll probably go with brainwave. Well, it's the same sort of trick, right? The only difference being that one, you could actually prove that it's from a different deck, I guess. Oh, shit, boy. This is the downside of doing this particular stream from a coffee table. Maybe I should consider bringing everything up like I used to. And not getting all the blood to leave my foot as it just did. But it's the same shit, really. The effect is the same. Ideally, that a card that they imagine is turned over in a deck. The only difference is that the brainwave, you could show a different color back. So you're not really deviating from both. I believe, the brainwave might be just a little bit extra overkill, in the sense of it's from a different deck, so you could prove that you're not doing it by sleight of hand. But why do you need that? The card being face up is all you need. And some people are doing some great stuff with the invisible deck, making it seem like the deck is all mixed and then spreading it and showing it that it's real. But that is a lot of virginity for this particular stream. And speaking of virginity, this is someone who's definitely not a virgin. And by that, I don't necessarily mean that in a good way. This is what I was talking about, Portland. So what are the question is, how much money would it take for you to drink from that water fountain? I tweeted that. I got some views on that. If you're not following me on Twitter, I suggest for you to follow me. I'm at PigCake with 2 E's. As a matter of fact, let's type that, at PigCake with 2 E's on Twitter. I've been trying to become a Twitter influencer as of late, reposting and retweeting. Not working out, but I think it's like sex. You got to keep at it until you eventually become good. And in my case, it took, I don't know, maybe 12 years. And so far, I'm still working on it. You know, the whole sex thing. It's really hard to find the hole. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Speaking of holes. Now, there's a lot to digest in this video. You could see the nonchalance. Whatever that, fuck. I don't want to switch settings to give myself a car crash, but I would in this case. Look at this guy that doesn't seem to care, right? Because he's seen it. This person, I just want to imagine what the smell is. The smell, boy, it definitely has to be feces for sure. There has to be a scent of like dirty vagina, cashews, right? Some sort of like dirt. There's some, I don't know what the lines are here. I'm guessing track marks, maybe just leaves stuck in the skin. Now this is a public fountain, right? I imagine for use in I don't know, consumption, and this person is using it to rinse off they vag with the flag. Is that oil or are those rainbow flags? I can't tell, but definitely the decorations here are not worth it based on the clientele surrounding this. I think drugs won the war on drugs, said Steve Brooksy. I agree, especially looking at this. There's definitely a lot of crack involved. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I don't know if it's a woman, a dude. I definitely see some feminine features in the face. But there's an ankle broken. The position is very impressive, by the way. It's obviously somebody who has some upper body strength. You can't just get into that position. I don't think this guy would get into that position easily. And by the way, just another person that I can't mention for fear of being a part of another compilation has a whole video talking about this right here. I was this guy, and I have thrown away all my sandals. I've destroyed them. I'm no longer a sandal guy. I'm always strictly a Vans guy. I'm a loafers guy, as I've mentioned. Right here are my loafers. I have Vans that I wear, right? So these are my Vans. These are my beaters. I just wear these without socks in place of sandals. If you wear sandals, I don't care how hot it is, you should be ashamed of yourself. Be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Sandals are grotesque. I've thrown away. I used to be the guy that wore the thong sandals. As a matter of fact, there's a picture of me in Las Vegas wearing thong sandals in Vegas. Ill. Be better, Piggy.
Be better. Be better.
Be better. So I am a fan of shoes no matter what. I have a pair right outside the door, right there, that I wear outside. Again, no socks. My feet don't stink. I put baby powder on the shoes. I put baby powder on my feet so that there's no malodors. I don't sweat from my feet. But it's better than sandals. I will die on this hill. Wear Converse, wear Chuck Taylors, wear these Vans, wear something like a normal shoe. If you're at the beach, wear these. Take them off and then put them on. You could clean the sand off of them. It doesn't matter. Don't wear sandals. There's never a situation where you should be wearing sandals. It's disgusting. Especially if you're in Portland next to junkies with what looks like to be, I don't know, I'm hoping those aren't track marks, or there's definitely going to be track marks if you look at the arm. This guy's just walking around, free balling life with his sandals out, his little toes. What, you're afraid of your toes getting warm? What are you're going to step on a needle. You're going to step on something that's probably going to give you AIDS. Come on, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. So sandals are disgusting. That should have been the point there. Sandals. So Portland. Keep Portland weird. No. I say get the weird out of everything. Get the weird out. You don't have to celebrate that. Don't celebrate the weirdness of a bunch of crackheads cleaning they ass on your water fountain. Could you imagine? I had a friend in school that when I was in middle school, it was the funniest thing I've ever seen to this day, where he would drink milk, and then as he was drinking water from the water fountain, he would allow the milk to fall on top of the water fountain that somebody would come and drink water from. They don't clean those. I've never drank from those ever since I saw that. Even if I'm dying of thirst, I'd rather pay $4 for a water bottle than drink from a water fountain, especially in a school. Do you know how disgusting kids are? Ugh. So this right here is definitely a prime example of why you shouldn't drink from a public water fountain. Disgusting. Some of the comments here. How do you know their gender? I'm looking at the face, the facial structure. Although you're right. In 2023, I shouldn't assume genders. That's a fireable offense. Piggy, if I make you a brainwave deck, would you use it and make a tutorial for a bonus idea I have? Yeah, I don't care. Send it to me. I'll gladly make a video. I'm a whore for free stuff. If you like, you could send me watches. I have a P.O. box. You could send me real stacks of money, but you got to hide it in DVD cases so that they don't find you. But my P.O. box is linked below. And I'm sure you could probably find my address if certain people have found my address. So it's not too hard to find, but I do have a P.O. box. But gladly, especially if you have an idea, I'd like to listen to it. Invisible deck has more suspense because the card is face down. That's true. That is the better take on it, I would say. You do have that extra bit where you could turn it over and have that more suspense, whereas this is just bam. But you do get the bonus where you could turn the card over and show it to be blue or red. Let's see. Brainwave deck is overimproving and it's harder to find the right card. That is true. Although for the Brainwave deck, you just mark the 7th card on each side. So you just mark so you know which one's 7, you know how to count back from there, and you could just do it while the cards are aimed towards you. That's kind of the same way that I like to do the invisible deck, even though I haven't done it forever. Would you want a Casio watch? Yeah, I'm actually a huge fan of Casios. I'm wearing a Casio right now. There's one that I'm looking at that's cheap, but I'm cheap when it comes to stuff. I don't like buying things even if it's cheap, which goes to show you how I don't understand these girls that get themselves into mounds and mounds and mounds of debt when they don't have the money for things they don't need. All right, so me, I could definitely afford a $40 watch, but I don't want it because I don't need it. It's not something I would get. Now, if it's thrown my way, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say no to a watch. Let's see. I wear my Vans on the beach as well. My friends act like it's impossible. Get better friends. Be better.
Be better. Be better.
Get better friends. Look at this. First of all, if you wear this to the beach, you're a boss, right? You're wearing loafers. You're Sonny Crockett. You're Rico Tubbs. This is what you want to be, right? Now, of course, if you don't want to be that ridiculous, Vans, right here. Look at this. I don't have laces on these. These are perfect beach shoes. There's nothing wrong with this. If you're wearing sandals, the fucking, first of all, your foot's exposed. If you're in Portland, you're going to step on a needle, guaranteed. If you're in any other place, you're going to step on something that's going to make your day awful. Whereas a shoe, your entire foot is protected. Now, granted, the sole on this is not crazy. You're not going to get protection from like a nail if you step on it. But if you step on a needle, it's not going to be anything bad. Whereas if you're in your little sandals because your feet are too warm. Oh, baby's feet can't be too hot. Then you're probably going to end up getting something that you're going to need to take care of for the rest of your life, whether that's AIDS or, I don't know, some toe-related cancer or an addiction to heroin, essentially. Let's go through here. Hell yeah. The Brooksy look at everything that's legal now. I don't know what you're talking about, Brooksy. Oh, about the drugs. Okay. I thought it was a dude. No shoes on the beach. Well, here's the thing, right? Sand is hot. Sand gets hot. So if you're at the beach, if you're walking towards where you're going to be, you need shoes. Guaranteed. You need shoes. You need something of protection on your feet. Once you get to your area, take your shoes off. Have a ball. Have a ball. Have a whole cock, right? But come on. You don't want to get to the point where you're wearing sandals and then you step in something and then now it's on your toes and you're going to have to deal with it for the rest of your life. So in that video, funnily enough, the worst thing was the guy wearing sandals. Worse than the crackhead cleaning their ass in the water fountain. So Portland, I can knock that out of the list. Which one else do I have here? I know, look at these, action-packed, by the way. Action-packed so far. Maybe I should do this. I know a lot about you, like why you're watching this ad. And it's specifically because you've looked up magic tricks. Well, hey there, my name's PigCake, and I've been doing magic trick tutorials on YouTube for the better part of 6 years. And I'm here to tell you about the PigCake Magic Academy with over 1,200 videos already uploaded, designed to make you an expert magician. You get access to all the content the moment you sign up, and I'm uploading every single week. As a matter of fact, I uploaded a video today. Just look at that list of moves, tricks, ideas that you're gonna get access to the moment you sign up. It doesn't end. As a matter of fact, I could stop talking completely, and the list is still gonna keep going. Just look. So check it out, the PigCake Magic Academy. The link is going to be below. I go with you, but I'm stuck in this video. But I'll wait for you to go ahead and click it. Go ahead, you know you want to. My beautiful hair. I paid $8.88 for my watch. Some folks actually think it's an expensive one. You don't know how many times I've convinced my friends not to buy brand name, like a Gucci watch. What do you want, a fossil? That's what you want? You want a fossil on your wrist? Go for established watch manufacturers. Timex is better than a Gucci watch. Timex is better than a Louis V watch. You're just paying for the name. It's a fossil, essentially. Casio is classic. Seiko is my favorite. I collect Casios and G-Shocks. So yeah, I'm that kind of guy. The one that I'm looking at is the AQ230A. That's what I'm looking at. So your boy's going for that 80s vibe in terms of watches. But yeah, $8.88 for a watch. You just got to know a little bit about watches and know about movements. People sleep on Orient. Orient is a great brand, right? But no, they want something that people recognize. You look like you don't know what you're doing. But established watch manufacturers, that's what you want. You want a Casio, a Seiko. Even if you're not going for big ballers, right? You're not spending a lot for a watch. You're still going for established watchmakers that actually build a watch that has some love and attention. Invicta, years ago, I don't think Invicta anymore. I forgot when they got sold to a different company. But before, they were a good watchmaker. Now, unfortunately, their watch is like, we have a store here called Valsan, which is for my people, the Cubans. And Valsan is where you could buy like a flea market tote bag with Louis V in a design that nobody's ever seen. But Cubans wear it because they think that it's actual Louis V, and people aren't going to know. And you could see them with their bejeweled jeans. It's a very funny thing. It's a local Miami thing. I don't think it stretches out to other parts, but it's very interesting to watch here, especially from my people. I call it the new Cubans. Old Cubans, they're all right. I think for the most part, they're tremendous. But it's new Cubans. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Pepsi Addict says, I own an Orient Bambino. Favorite watch of all time. There you go. Orient is one of those others that are slept on over something ridiculous. Like, what was the other? This guy was looking at this Gucci watch this Coach watch. Coach, what are you doing? You're not going to get a good watch from any one of these designer brands. You're going to get a dumb watch. You're going to get like a shitty, I'm not to say that Fossil is all bad, but you're getting a Fossil watch, essentially. What's up, man? Says Zephyr. What's up? How you doing? Good to see you here on the stream. Let's see what do you inspire, Zephyr? You pick one of these. So we have, let's see. Let me X this out. We have Furries. Right, let me X out Portland. We got Furries, we have Icks, and we have Theft. Which one do you say we should continue with? We have Furries. We have a very, very annoying set of text messages. We have Furries. We have North Korea. Sorry, I skipped North Korea. We have Furry, we have Icks, and we have Theft. Which one should I continue with? Let's see. Look at how this is an interactive show. What other show? I don't see Chris Ramsey having a show that's this interactive, right? When it comes to picking the next topics. I don't see anybody else in my same space. Look at me. Look at me making a comparison here, even though I'm nowhere near that particular space. Let's see if I if I skip some other comments. Some stuff on the brainwave controversy about Craig Petty. Since when? But all respect to him. He's a good inventor and performer and a great person. Really giving, really kind, and definitely someone that I'm a huge fan of. Third one. Okay, that's funny. Third one. So this one here is Theft, which is a great one. This is retarded. This is straight up retarded. Now, I looked up what the actual story was. I initially thought that this was an individual that purchased and acquired a MacBook. It turns out he acquired a Mac, right? He acquired an iMac, sorry, not a MacBook. And well, he's walking it down the street, which is something he shouldn't have done.
Oh! Yo, don't rob. Oh, shit! Oh! Yo, don't rob. Yo!
I hate everything about this.
Yo, nigga got the iMac! Bro! Yo, shit, yo, come on, don't do that.
Look at this.
Yo, don't do that. Oh! Yo! Yo, come on!
Idiots just coming in. This other idiot trying to pull on it. Now he drops it, and of course,
Yo, chill!
another idiot picks it up and runs with it. So I had to look it up. And it turns out that this was a looter that was being looted. So this was from 2020 and all those fun riots that I remember me and Daniel going after, seeing how the aftermath was downtown here in Miami. This, I believe, was in New York, according to this article. And this guy had jacked it. He's stolen that Mac. So it wasn't necessarily one that he bought. But even then, what is the golden ratio of retardation taking place here? What is the need? So this guy obviously stole this. Now, more likely than not, what's going to happen is you're going to get a blacklisted computer. They keep track of all of these with serial codes, right? The only place that you're going to be able to do, or the only thing you're going to be able to do with that is sell it to like fucking Brazil, essentially. I remember when I bought a phone from an asshole outside of a Walgreens. We met on OfferUp, I believe, and it was one of those incidents. And I bought a phone that ended up being blacklisted, and I ended up selling it for a fraction to somebody in Brazil. But they at least gave me some money back for it, because whatever they'll do, though, I guess it works down there. So you're not going to be able to get shit from it. You're going to sell it for a fraction, and it's going to be more of a burden than anything. So why steal something from one of these stores? It's dumb. You're an idiot. You're going to get caught, or it's not going to be something. You're going to be left with a lemon. So there's a lot of stupidity here. But what is this fucking mentality here? What is this herd mentality, this retardation of these idiots that this guy is walking down, and you just have brazen people punching him for what? Look at this. This guy pulling on it. This guy's hitting him those little side pussy punches. What's the what are you doing? Of course he's masked. Thank God. At least he's not spreading COVID.
Yo, come on.
Look at this. Another guy clocks in. This idiot's trying to distract him. And then finally, this guy's grabbing onto it. Like, what is happening here? Finally, he drops it because this guy's been too persistent. And like cockroaches, of course, they swarm it, they take it. Idiot. What are you going to do? You're going to sell it for a fucking bag? Stupid. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. That got me upset. And lo and behold, it's a thief that got thefted. So there is some justice there. But still, right? Still, there's still anger to be had about that particular situation, especially just the whole context, just taking advantage of I would say, shitty circumstance, right? Things that caused the riot. Keep my opinion to myself. However, it was still a terrible thing. And you have these absolute retards just going in and grabbing it. Ugh, my God, be better.
Be better. Be better. Be better. Be better.
Speaking of, the guy's name is Ribery. That's great, but not pin of glory worthy, but still pretty good, I would say. Theft, says Jason Heiss, the third one, so I guess we did have some votes for theft. By the way, this to refresh your memory and to show I've been here since day one. What does FFF stand for? It's related to your content, please remember. What stands for finger flicking fuckery. Specifically like the Buck Twins, finger flicking fuckery. Now it's 3 Fs. I don't know why you added 2 extra, unless maybe I forgot which one it is, but for sure, finger flicking fuckery was that. I remember I had a series on the channel where I would show cardistry moves. I might just do more of those, but I've put them essentially on the PigCake Magic Academy. And finger flicking fuckery. That was one of my favorite, or my first videos where I brought together Miss Mag, the Buck Twins, and Madison, and I made a whole ritual in that. I remember that from the video. What a bunch of fucks. But that's great. This, why you learn how to fight. Run and carry something. Oh, finger flicking fuckery, false fucks. That's great. I guess that was a false cut episode. All the famous natural lifter YouTubers are short as fuck. Jeff Nippert is 5'5", and Alpha Destiny are 5'3". Alpha lol. Well, in particular, Joey Swole, I know, is also really short. These guys tend to essentially just compress themselves. So I do have some hope. But I also don't want to be sideways. I'm happy just building on what I have. I don't want to be a bodybuilder. I just want to be lean, which is what I'm working at. Going through here. But in that particular scenario, the guy stole it. He's just trying to get out of there as fast as possible. I guess he held it until he couldn't hold it on any longer just because one idiot was more fucking persistent. But just the self... What are you doing with your little pussy side punches? Oh, it's mine. It's mine. I mean, okay. Granted, you stole it, right? The guy stole it. So first of all, he's a shitbag himself. But... this guy just comes and punches him just for no reason, taking it from him. It's, finders keepers in this particular case. Not that I agree with it. As a matter of fact, if it was up to me, I just have a Rambo on the street just doing one of these in that particular scenario. Just a Rambo, I believe at the end of Rambo Part 2, Rambo 1 Part 2, that is what I would have on every street in that particular scenario. But I'm a little bit... you don't want me as president. Let's just say that. Did you see the robbery at Atlanta Nail Salon? First time I felt sorry for a thief. Was that the one where he got blasted? I think, where he just got wrecked. Correct me if I'm wrong. Which one was this one? This one was Icks. I guess let's get to this after. Let's show the Furry. I'm going to show the Furry first, and then we'll get into the Icks, because that is the main one. So let's do this because this is a quick one. This furries, you know my opinion on furries, right? I'm a proud fat phobe. I'm also a proud furry phobe. I think they're disgusting. I think they're degenerates. They're into, deviant sexual acts. There's never just, oh, we like to wear the costume. It's never that. It's never just, oh, look, we're going to wear these costumes. We're going to talk about what it takes to make these costumes. It's never that. There's always, we're into crinkling. If you ever want to go down a rabbit hole of disgust, look up what crinkling is in relation to furries, or in general. In general, look it up. And you're definitely going to not want to eat while you're looking that particular thing up. But furries are always connected to degeneracy. It's never not, right? It's never not a thing. You have these people that are like, oh, it was made by a guy because he just liked animals. No. There's always some level connected to it. And here, they're at the beach. I guess we have what looks like to be Leafy is here from popular YouTube 2016 fame. And he's recording this furry. And, well, he gets getting wrecked by a furry. Oh. The high-pitched shrieks are pretty aggressive. Imagine the smell. Boy. You can see there's a lot of kerfluffles. The furry head came out. His fursona came out, which is the person under the furry. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of hamming up here. There's definitely a lot of hamming it up, I guess, for the camera. But here's the thing, right? If you ever get clocked by a furry and taken down, you have no hope for your future. You're done. You're done. It's over for you. Because what do you have? What's the redeeming? First of all, you're also in jeans and sandals in the fucking beach. Why am I rooting for the furry? I can't believe I've been in a position in life where I'm rooting for the furry based on this absolute fucking troglodyte with the fucking sandals on. But just imagine the scent. You're in the hot beach. You're there with this nasty heat essential magnet. Now, the furry does get tackled by the back. Good spear, right? Nice takedown. There's another furry. So there's actually a couple furries. One furry and then another furry comes in. Just the scent alone is enough for me to not want to be within a 2-mile vicinity of this fucking location. But what if you get taken down by a furry? It's over for you. There's no hope for you. Let's see what the caption was. Furry's got a little mad. A gal was recording them in the beach. So this guy's obviously on the side of the non-furries, which is a good way. That's the way you always want to be. Although in this particular scenario, I can't believe that I'm actually on the side of the furry because the furry's at least not wearing sandals. At least the furry's not wearing sandals. The cries sound like Ronald McDonald moaning. I don't know what Ronald McDonald moaning sounds like, and I don't know how anybody would know that apart from somebody who's fucked. Ronald McDonald? I don't know how that would work. Magic Buzz says Fursona. Yeah, it's a thing. If you're around on the internet long enough, you see nasty things and you learn disgusting things that you want to unlearn, much like Fursona. The shrieking is definitely a bit, says Pepsi Addict. As I said before, everyone ignored the thief like he wasn't there. Right, says Jason Heiss. But I guess that's even cringier. I think I saw that one as well where the guy was like, everybody down, and they're just looking at him. Oh, God, be better. Be better at thieving.
Be better. Be better. Be better.
Fur Power says Bourbonic. I hope you're not a furry, but I guess if you're a furry and you're a fan of PigCake, you have some redeeming qualities. What height range do you think elevator shoes make a significant difference? I gotta say, definitely my height. So when you're 5'3", like me, elevator shoes definitely make a significant difference. If you're 6 foot, at that point, it's diminishing returns. Most disgusting thing is the 5 of hearts. So again, another based meme from back in the day. 5 of hearts, slept with my bitch. I believe it was the 4th video, I think, where I caught the 5 of hearts in bed with my former bitch. And that was a weird time. doing all the first content for the channel. There was a couple videos that I would definitely take back now in terms of cringe, but I left them there for the sake of historical context and posterity. Oh shit, I forgot you were going live. Says Rohan. Glad you made it though. We're here, I guess, talking about what could be one of the last bits, which is the main title of this, which is Icks. Icks, right? Girls find Icks in men. We find Icks in girls. It's a Gen Z term. Fuck. Oh, it's a stupid Gen Z term. Much like Riz. If you ever hear Riz, just know that the person is way too young for you. But here, ick, as I mentioned, means anything that's a girl finds disgusting. I say girls because typically guys don't really care. Guys don't care. As long as we're getting compliments and attention, we'll go for anything. Look at all these disgusting Snorlaxes that are getting dude ass. Because guys don't care, whereas girls, they're very particular. So what I thought is that I'd look at this TikTok and go through the list of icks. Now, these are comprised of icks that they found on TikTok. This account, what they do is that anytime they see an ick that a girl posted, they'll make a list. And the list is quite extensive. So in this one, is it an ick to see a full-grown man with a tray full of food looking for a place to sit in a busy cafeteria? All right. So let's go through. At some point, he does a little stitch here and shows his list. These are all, again, based on things that he's seen girls post on TikTok. So if we go through the list, don't make myself a drink, because apparently making yourself a drink could be considered an ick. We have don't use a bag. I've seen that before. Now, there is one that I admit, I was talking to a friend and his girlfriend over the weekend. We went to watch this movie called The Last Voyage of the Demeter. Great movie. This is an ick that I agree with. And that is, if you are a man and you jump into a pool and you do this, you pinch your nose as you jump into the pool, you might as well get beat up by a furry. You see that callback? You might as well get beat up by a furry. That was retarded. I meant to do this one. Fuck, I can't even see it.
What kind of America is this? Yes, put it on Facebook.
There you go. Okay. You might as well get beat up by a furry at that point. Let's see this one. Bless you, of course, after Evan Era. I did take out that Evan Era video, though. That's the one I did take out. I didn't feel good about that one after the fact. I thought that I went a little bit too aggressive on him. And he's just a symptom of magic itself being a cancer. Some other icks. Don't wash myself. I've seen that one where somebody's washing themselves. If we look at the account is full of these, which is great. So whenever a girl posts like an ick, like this one.
What's the biggest ick a guy's ever given you? When like they're ordering food at a restaurant, it just like shut up. Like I can't. Like shut up. It's like I don't know why, but it's so unattractive to me. It just icks me out. Let me order for you.
Starve. Let me order for you. You can see the list is quite extensive. Don't drink energy drinks. Don't enjoy yourself. Don't have small hands. Don't be clingy. Don't call females females. Don't sneeze. Don't use a scooter. Don't breathe. So these are great to look at. New ick unlock. Let's see what the ick is. So being in the back of your seats in a tiny seat is an ick. When he refers to a woman as a female, we already read that one.
Hi guys, we're going to be doing the ick challenge. These are my friends.
Usually girls that have the most icks are also the ickiest. They're the ickiest. So one that I saw recently was a girl measuring guys at the bar. I might have that for tomorrow or the next episode. But these girls are measuring guys at the bar before they talk to them. And all the comments were in regards to scales. Like, oh, so we need to bring scales now because you're fat. So it's the same thing. But girls would argue, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's different. No, it's not. No, it's fucking not. It's the exact same thing, bitch. Of course, I'm saying that because I'm a short king. Let's see what this one is.
Get into
Icks for men.
So my first ick is when men don't have manly hands. Like, I just find that gross. Like, you need to have manly hands at least bigger than mine, you know? When you clap, it needs to be loud. if you're a man...
Yeah, they say that until you're finger blasting them and your calluses are annoying them. This one. I don't know what I just clicked on. That might have been my ick, right? When he's not sure.
Alyssa, what is your biggest ick in a guy?
When they wear a jersey out, like when they wear like a...
I'll agree with that. Actually, jersey, you shouldn't wear a fucking jersey unless it's a sporting event. Is this a guy? Okay. I didn't know that, but I guess in regards to enjoying themselves.
I did Christmas shopping. Big ick. Like, we're at the shopping mall and there's everyone here.
You know what my ick is? When you look like a fucking egg. When you look like an egg, like I could crack you and make an omelet. That's what my ick is. So this one, I guess, is Christmas shopping. So obviously the low-hanging fruit.
It's jet lag, yeah, but I've just unlocked a new bloody ick. Men eating chicken nuggets. Men, you should not be eating chicken nuggets.
I agree. I agree with that. Actually, you shouldn't be eating chicken nuggets. They're tenders. Get tenders. They're bigger. They're better. More protein. And eat a Chick-fil-A. Like a fillet of chicken. Don't eat fucking tendies. I do agree with that one.
I thought washing cars was meant to look sexy. This is just...
Okay. Yeah, obviously disagree with that. Washing a car is not a fucking ick.
They like me too much. And they like can't stop sneezing. That's like some...
So when they like me too much. When they like me too much is an ick. Where do they find these absolute troglodyte whores? Where do they find them? I know that I've seen a couple here in Miami. I've seen them personally. I went to a Marlins game a couple days ago, and I saw them with the camera and the microphone ready to interview people. And it's always the same thing. I've mentioned this before. It's always these grotesque dudes. Hey, what's your body count? What's your body count? What's your favorite position? Kiss or slap? Kiss or slap? You want my... Can I get your... Let me see the inside of your labia. Let me lick your labia, please. Kiss or lick? You gotta lick my frenulum. I would consider that sexual assault. Again, if I were president, I would just have a guy outside of every major mall, every major nightlife spot, and have two AR-15s just constantly shooting. I'd gladly pay tax dollars for that. Also, women, don't order. Women, I don't know what to eat. You decide. Yeah, that's the other one too, right? They're never decisive when it comes to places to eat. And yet, the burden always falls on the man. Come on, be better.
Be better. Be better.
Megan Rapinoe. Oh, God. Jesus. Every time I see somebody like that, that's always, so anti-man and anti any sort of that. It's just ill. God, look at yourself and your fucking gross Skittles vomit hair. Fuck off. Guys would ignore any red flag for pussy. Yes, I agree. Mahmed, 2005. Dudes tend to ignore, whereas girls tend to look for things to complain about when there's nothing to complain about. Let's see. So I guess this is the end portion of the stream where we get into the comment section, right? Where we start talking about what comments are. I know that I have one more topic, but I guess I might push that one for tomorrow's stream, right? But Icks, what are you doing with the icks? My goodness, look at yourself. Usually the ones that have the most icks are the ones that are the ickiest. They're the nastiest. They're the girls that have... Oh, guys shouldn't care about body count. Are you saying that because you have about 1,000 bodies? Because you've slept with more than 1,000 men? And you see that as some sort of, some award? No, it's a scarlet letter. All right, it's a scarlet letter. It's something that you shouldn't have as a fucking, oh, look at this. Ill. Come on. The rise of women, sexist, aware of men, it's because they're not self-aware. I agree. Why the fuck are women so demanding in the USA? That's because they have nothing else to bitch about. They have nothing else to complain about. Things typically are better here, or good here. They have good opportunities. I know a lot of girls that are just making so much money for doing nothing, for, going to an office, and you see them on Instagram all day. They're like, oh, got my coffee, and then that's at 9, and then at 10, oh, I'm getting my breakfast, and then at 11, they're getting a lunch, and it's just they're eating. They're getting paid to eat, and they drink on Fridays. as if, you know, oh, I deserve this. Nah, all right. Let's see here. I've tried not to hold my hose, but something in my brain won't allow it to happen. I'm only ever free with giant goggles that cover your nose. I've tried not to hold my nose. Okay, I guess you're talking about nose. You don't want to hold your nose. Then again, I don't necessarily. I can't jump into pools because I can't swim. So I'll die. So that might be an ick. Not knowing how to swim. That might be a big old ick to girls. Her brain is a yolk, says Rohan. I agree. Humpty Dumpty's wife. Yes, nice. Good dated reference, but still a good one. Rohan Clear says L.A. Yeah, usually L.A. Miami is fodder for brain rot in females. Girls here are so vapid and fake, and just take advantage of desperate, lonely men. Ugh. Let's see. By the way, do you know, by any chance, have any news on Miss Mag? Is the guy dead? I don't know. I know that he made a video about 2 years ago saying he was going to come back, and he didn't. I know that he had some family incident where he was taking care of an ailing family member that I think that was spreading around the internet. But nice dude. I remember we had some correspondence back and forth. So apparently that a Christian Grace effect he floored you with is an app, and it's going to cost you $200. Well, you don't necessarily need an app. The app is if you don't want to use the thing or actually go through the process of remembering certain things, but it is guaranteed for you to be able to get knowledge of what the word is. But it's not like it's paramount. Christian Grace, as a matter of fact, didn't use the app when he did it with me. Didn't even use his phone. Didn't take it out. Didn't mention anything. He did take out his phone to put it down. But as far as actually doing the trick, he just hit me with one of those. But as far as $200, I don't know the price. I know that we do have something coming up with it, me and him, that we're going to do maybe a video together in regards to that. But I definitely didn't know the price of it. I know that he was selling some preview copies at Magic Live, and I think he sold out. So good on him. But as far as what I've seen in terms of what it is, fuck you and your clever fucking ass. They're saying that because they have a Five Guys every weekend. The food place, or is it? That would get a pin of glory if Mike didn't actually, shill my lectureless lecture notes. So that would get replaced. But unfortunately, Mike really set the standard pretty high. The stream was almost as funny as an episode of The Big Bang Theory. And speaking of which, we have what replaces Mike's shilling of my Mike's shilling of my lectureless lecture notes, which is a reference to Big Bang Theory, comparing me more so to Big Bang Theory. So I hope you enjoy your pin of shame, Jason Heiss. Yes, you probably tricked me into doing it just because that was low-hanging fruit. Anytime you mention that, I immediately get upset. But alas, you deserve the pin of shame. Women are demanding in the U.S. I think women are demanding everywhere, especially English. I mean, when I was in England, there's a certain type of girl that is very prevalent in England. It's this thick-lipped orange sort of clubber. I don't know what they do for a living, but I saw them everywhere, absolutely everywhere in England. It might be a north thing. I don't know. In London, the girls were typically more attractive just because there's more diverse palette. And a lot of Indian girls, which I love. I went to Newcastle, as I've mentioned before, and fell in love with just every female in Newcastle. Even stepping on the train, somehow the girls around me, when I stepped off the train, became more attractive the moment I got to Newcastle. Oh, God, just beautiful. When are the surveys coming out for the deck? I've received some advice from people that have made these campaigns to wait a month. So probably the 19th is when I'm going to do it for this survey. But I have sent an update in regards to the cards being sent to the people that are going to let me know if there are any further issues that need to be resolved with the deck. And to that effect. But anytime they send me an update, I'm going to send any updates, of course, to Kickstarter, even though that might be annoying because I'm going to update every time I get updated. But that's what I would want if I was a backer. I'd want obnoxious updates. I know the exact type. It's a bit of a north thing, but they're infecting the south too. I don't know what it is. Could you explain to me why Newcastle has just beautiful women? I wanted to stay there, but unfortunately, we're only there for like 3 or 4 hours. I had, what's his name, Michael Murray, showing me around. And it's funny because Michael Murray has a very thick accent. And I guess to him, I have a thicker accent. And I said, I just want to see the bitches. I want to see the bitches. Show me, take me around to where the bitches are at. And he misheard me as I said bridges. So he misheard bridges. So he took me around and wasted 2 hours showing me bridges. And he goes, look, there's a bridge there. There's a bridge. You want to see bridges? And I go, no, bitches. I said bitches, Michael. I wanted to see bitches. And I did see some bitches. But just I would love to live in Newcastle. And just, I remember when I was in England, something that doesn't happen here is that girls were coming up to me. Girls were saying, oh my God, he's so cute. Look at that. Whoa. And like hugging me and shit and, kissing me and all that. That was a weird thing. Here in Miami, that doesn't happen. Because in Miami, you have to realize every other girl has an OnlyFans account. And they get nonstop, I would say, adulation from men. So they're not going to go after me. I have to work my way into their pants with humor and laughter. Whereas they don't have to work hard for anything. Great show. I haven't been to Newcastle. Well, you should if you're in England, especially considering the trains over there. The connection there. It's very simple, I would imagine. Next time I go, I'm probably going to be better off in terms of navigating. This last time was an abortion, navigating through England. And asking for any help is also another nightmare. I didn't realize certain stations were close to each other. And I was in a train heading to Blackpool. And for about 2 hours until I finally confirmed that I was actually legitimately going to Blackpool. What a fucking mess. But maybe next time I'll have a better time navigating through that. Let me go through any more comments, seeing if I skipped some. Robbery at the nail salon. I already talked about that one. Finger flicking fuckery. National lifter. All right, you're talking about the lifter one. I already mentioned that. Some Stacey Adams. Oh, God. Speaking of getting me upset. What's your go-to line to make a girl laugh? Depends on the context. I think it has to be contextual. You can't come in cold. There has to be something that you use to kind of break the ice. I like recently, how do you pronounce your phone number? That's kind of a fun one, especially at the end of a sort of conversation. You go, hey, how do you pronounce your phone number, by the way? Right? They go, oh my God, so funny. That's kind of a good one. But you have to break the ice. You can't just do those cold. These pickup lines are designed with context in mind, right? So context, just get talking. Talk to somebody about anything. And eventually you could seal the deal. But if you don't talk, then you're not going to get anything. Fun fact, Lightroom. A light from the closest galaxy to the Milky Way took 2.5 years to reach us, which means that light started traveling during the Ice Age. I guess I mentioned ice, and that got you thinking of that. I legit recommend mint chamomile tea for anxiety. Everything else is too. Virginity tea. Virginity. Well, the one that I have now that I'm trying is it has ashwagandha, which I've been taking as a separate supplement. This one has, again, chamomile, has a bunch of other stuff that have been working. They've been working. Your boy hasn't had... I felt it. I felt the same sort of feeling that would give me anxiety before and give me potentially a panic attack. Not to sound like a complete pussy, but I'm chill. I'm not panicky about it. I'm not finicky like I used to be. But that also might be the Lexapro. That might also be the Lexapro that I've taken, which so far, gotta tell you, I'm a fan. I'm not, it didn't do what I thought it was going to do, which is change my mood. I don't want to become one of these guys that now I'm, sorry, man, I'm just on a fucking SSRI. I want to be one of those guys. But the Lexapro definitely quelled any sort of panic that I would have. I also have a cardiologist appointment in a couple days, so that should also quell any other concerns that I have about my health that might lead to some sort of retarded panic again. My goodness, what a fun time. What a fun time having anxiety is. A diagnosed anxiety, by the way, that's the key. Not like one of these girls that, I have every disorder in the book, but everything is self-diagnosed. I'm official, bitch. Hey, girl, you retarded because you're looking extra special tonight. That might work with a certain type of girl. A lot of these girls now I've noticed, I don't want to say anything politically, but they tend to be a little bit, I'm going to use the hand to they tend to be a little bit on this side. And whenever they hear one of these terms, right, they tend to get a little bit overly offended. However, when you use the term, after knowing them for a while, you use these certain words that are banned in their vernacular, they start laughing and they start giggling and they go, oh my God, it's so funny. But when you hit them cold with certain things, like retarded is one of them, they go, oh, whoa, what you say? What you say? But eventually, if you get them, laughing and you use one of those words, they just laugh. They laugh with it. So a little bit of hypocrisy there. But again, tend to be girls from this side of the fence. You know what I mean? Right? You see the hand that I'm using towards this end of the spectrum. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber. My favorite one is, if you were a vegetable, you'd be... Fuck. God, no, hold up. No. Fuck. Hold up. Jesus, vegetable, person, meme. God, I know. I'm seeing the person in my head. Fuck. What's her name? Shit, this is gonna drive me nuts. Shit. I know that I see the person's face. I don't want to look at the comments because somebody might get to where I'm getting at and then beat me to it. But what was it? Girl life supports pulled life support pulled what is it? Fuck, this is gonna drive me nuts. Classic. I know this isn't good TV. Brain dead. Was it brain dead? Brain dead. It. Who is it? Come on. This was like in the 2000s. I see her face. I literally see her face. Fuck! God damn it, hungry. Hungry and hungover. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. What a car crash segment. If you were a vegetable, you'd be Terry Schiavo. That's a better pickup line. Fuck! God, what a... Oh, man, I can't believe I forgot. I saw her face. I literally saw her face in my head. Terry Schiavo. Are you a bank loan? Because you have my interest. Are you a bank loan? Because I want to make a deposit. Are you a sperm bank? Because I want to make a deposit. Fuck! Terry Schiavo. I cannot believe I forgot Terry Schiavo. That's a good note to end this on. Thank you, guys. I'm going to stream tomorrow as well. Tomorrow's going to be another live stream, another PigCast, so be sure for that at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Probably another video as well going out tomorrow, so be a lookout for that. I can't help but shill my lecture notes. Those are in the link in the description section below. And the PigCake Magic Academy. I've unlocked... Patreon has been very diligent when it comes to certain updates. So if you want a free trial, you could look in it. A free trial is retarded on my end, by the way, even though you don't get access to the mentalism tier or other exclusive videos that I have for the higher up tiers. You still get access to a lot of shit. And I might regret it because you might just join it and then not join after the free trial. But there's a chance that you might. But you could check it out anyways. The link is in the description section below. I don't know what else. Let's see. Luke Lenahan. Good to hear you here, buddy. Last time, I believe, in England. I'm still traumatized by the Holocaust you left in the bathroom. That one time at Peter's house that they told me it was someone else. And it was you. It was you that blew up that bathroom. But Luke says, do you have a condom on? Because I'm about to mind fuck you. With that, I guess I have to end the stream mentioning that Nancy Pelosi is doing a lot of insider trading. She's doing so much insider trading. It hurts me. It hurts me personally. So keep that in mind.